Is up, guys? Tom is back with another LinScents video, and the wifey, she decided to take a step away from her video game to come join me on this one, as she has not been in the last few. Obviously, she is too much into her Nintendo Switch right now. But I told her there was a few fragrances that I bought specifically for her. These are not for me, and then they tend to be more feminine, and then I give them to her. These were actually meant to be for her, so she threw the damn Switch away, and now she is here. So obviously that's the way to get her attention, is to buy her some gifts. And again, fellas, like I said, if you want to hush your woman up while you go shopping for fragrances, I know we all have one of those wives or girlfriends that are constantly wondering why we're spending so much money on fragrances. If you don't want to hear that nickering, all you got to do is buy her a gift here and there in between purchases, and that will kind of keep her in a mellow mood to not yell.
No, because he didn't get my Pokemon game.
I didn't, but I got her some new fragrances because obviously, it's a good thing to smell good at all times if you can.
A gift is a gift, I guess.
A gift is a gift. But with that being said, thank you guys for tuning back. Hope you guys enjoy this video coming up. Now, today we have some fragrances. Now, I think about a month back, someone told me to look into some fragrances from the House of King Fragrances. This is kind of like a new, it's not a designer house or anything like that. It's a kind of a clone house, what is that? A
replica?
Local, it's kind of like a local small marketing fragrance thing, and it's called King's Fragrances. Now, they are based out of, I'm assuming, Cincinnati. This is where I got the package from. If you take a look at the website, it looks like it's something that is
in the works.
And is, ever so growing, because there's a lot of fragrances on here, okay? The only thing is they don't have pictures of the bottles and stuff like that. They pretty much have their logo over everything. You just click on it, you get into the details of what the fragrances are. Now, the one thing I do enjoy about this company already is the pricing of these fragrances, okay? Now, I got 5 of them for less than $100. There was also a discount code, and if you just look this guy up, he'll give you a discount code to use for his fragrances. He gives you 20% off, or I think it was $20 off. So I bought 5 fragrances. It came out to $100, $20 off, $80. And the thing with these fragrances, they are all 30 ml fragrances, $20 a piece. Now, when you see 30 ml, especially with a new fragrance, business coming up, you would think that they would try to charge $30 for 30 mLs. You go $1 per every ml. But he's actually dropping the price to $20 for 30 ml. It's a damn good way to start off the business, man. Get more people talking about the company, and then later on, you can start raising your price. After you get a lot of buyers, you can say, you know what, my stuff's starting to sell. I can start charging a little bit more. So, with that being said, let's get into the fragrances. Now, it seems like he has definitely more fragrances for the men's side of things. The women's side of things, I believe he does have probably I'd say about 6 fragrances or so, maybe less than that. But we will start with the woman's side of things real quick. And what I'll do is I'll kind of show to you what she's got. So this one is called Her Allure, okay? So again, we got these 30 mLs, and this is a Parfum d'Extract. Extract that parfum, so they're using high oil concentrations, probably above 30. So I expect these things to last all day. I expect these to have a nice shine when you spray them on. And I expect them, I'm not sure about the projection, but we shall see. So this Her Allure is their interpretation of Tresnor La Nuit and a Baccarat 540 extract. Baccarat Rouge 540. And Tresnor La Nuit. I believe that's I'm not sure what Tresnor is. I think that might be Dior. It could be some kind of Lancôme. So I'm not too sure about that. But if you guys know, please let me know down in the comments below. So again, that is a combination of 2 fragrances. Now, the BR 540, you guys already know, that stuff is expensive. That stuff is well into the $200-300 range. And Tresnor La Nuit, I'm not sure what the price of that is, but I'm pretty sure that's as expensive as well. So you combine the two, and let's see what you get from it. So if you would like to demonstrate and spray away and then show your hand while you're at it too after you spray. Oh,
I'm so sorry.
fragrance tastes good too. Mmm. Tastes fruity.
It's a really good atomizer. It's pretty powerful.
And that, you guys, I'm not even lying. That stuff is potent in the air. It is, wow. That is definitely a sexy fragrance right there, you guys.
Look at that.
Look at that shine. Like, man, that's how you can tell when a fragrance is good. Look at that, the quality of oils, the amount of oils that they put into a fragrance. Again, you look at some of those other companies or just other fragrances in general, you spray it and your hand is pretty much dry after you spray it. That hand is probably going to look like that for a good 30 minutes probably. So here we go. Man, it's kind of got almost like a, it's kind of got like a sweet candy, like almost cotton candy-ish like sweetness to it. Now, it's not overly sweet. Don't get me wrong. It's a very nice fragrance. That is definitely going to be a nice cuddling type fragrance, especially from a man's side of things. Okay, women probably usually want to smell that smoky, that woody, leathery stuff. Men, we kind of like that sweet, kind of like creamy. It's a sweet, creamy, smooth. This is just a nice fragrance. I don't know the notes in either one of those fragrances that it's cloning, but let me just tell you guys, that fragrance is very nice. Now, the one thing I wish he would do with his website is put like the notes or ingredients that he's using in each one of these things. So like you go to like Alt Fragrances or, you know, Alexandria, they actually, when you click on one of the fragrances, they'll tell you all the notes that are in those fragrances. So that would be nice if, you know, eventually, you know, this looks like it's a growing company. So we will see. Maybe he'll get that into there. As time goes by, you know, the more business he starts getting.
Maybe he'll see your video and take your suggestions.
Hopefully he'll be like, man, that guy knows what he's talking about. But man, let me just say again, I don't know what the other two smell like. I think I do know what Baccarat Rouge 540 smells like. I've had a alt fragrance of that, and that was nice. This comes off more of that Baccarat 540 because I'm not sure what Tres Noir Line of Wheat smells like. However, this is just a very nice, elegant, sexy date night fragrance. Nice cuddling fragrance. That is her Allure. Okay, so next we got one more for, and that is this Poisonous Seduction. So let's see what that is. So obviously this guy likes Baccarat Rouge 540 because this is another clone of that. So again, maybe it's, man, Baccarat Rouge 540 must be so damn good. But this is a combination of Dior's Poison Girl and then Baccarat Rouge 540. Okay, so they says these fragrances balance one another so well and create a scent profile that is truly intoxicating. So let's smell that one and see if it's any different than the last one. Again, it might not be that different just because they got that Baccarat Rouge 540, but let's see if there are any differences. You know what? I think I like that one more, actually, coming off of her hand. It has more of a fruity take as well to it, which I'm liking a lot. So you kind of get that creamy, smoothie, cotton candy-ish take, but then you get like some kind of fruity notes in there as well, which I'm kind of digging.
Something fresh.
Where this one is more of those creamy cotton candy notes, but then more of like a spice, like maybe a vanilla or something like that. So that's where you're going to kind of get the difference. This one has a more fresh sweet. Ooh. This is more a cream sweet.
It's even sweeter now.
Man, that is really lovely. Those are definitely going to be fragrances meant for the cuddle session, okay, or the let's get freaky session. Those are not just for, you know, going to the store. You're not just gonna go to Walmart spraying that on, okay? That's not for that occasion. But for the sexy, trying to get some, you know, your man's a little too tired and you maybe want to kind of seduce him to wake up and bring out the hardware, you probably spray that on and that probably will do the trick. So both of those were very nice fragrances. I would definitely give those 2 thumbs up, fellas. If you know, don't have the big money, you know, and your wifey doesn't care about name brand stuff, just sneak in a few of those and she should be satisfied with them. If not, send her ass back. No, I'm just kidding. But while the wife is kind of just looking at the camera for a little bit, I'm gonna go find the men fragrances that I have. I do have 3 of them for me. Obviously, the man should get 3. But let's start off with, since I have this one right in front of me, this orange vanille. Okay, so this one is going to be a combination of some Creed Sublime Vanille and Terre Mugler's Ultra Zest. Not sure if I said that right. Mugler's Ultra Zest. I've never had either one. Obviously, that Ultra Zest is hard to come by. It's actually pretty expensive. I believe it's a discontinued item, so people are trying to charge up the wazoo for that one. Creed, you guys already know those are expensive already, so there's no need to discuss price on that. Just seeing those prices raise my blood pressure when I see them. So, man, here we go. I'm expecting a nice orange, creamy, creamsicle type smell. Ooh, which I ain't getting.
I'm definitely getting citrus.
Definitely a lot of citrus.
Smells good though.
You kind of get this orange, almost like an orange and maybe a lime combined. You do get this little bit of slight vanilla in the background. Now this would be a nice, heading down to the beach type fragrance, or, maybe just walking around. Maybe if you got like a nice pier in your hometown, maybe just walking along the, downtown area. You just want something that's going to be nice, fresh. Got that little bit of vanilla in there to kind of add this smooth creaminess. This is very nice. Now this I wouldn't consider... This one I wouldn't consider a cuddling fragrance. This could be your kind of like everyday fragrance, but again, you're going to want to wear these in certain situations. You're not going to want to go out in the blistering cold with this. It probably won't work. But if you start working up a sweat with that one, you're more likely going to start pumping that, scent out even more. But I'm actually liking that, especially for just a all day, everyday type fragrance, just going about your day. That one is definitely pretty nice. Again, you got orange, you got a little bit of lime. You got this nice little bit of vanilla in the background, which is very nice. So that one I'm definitely liking. Again, very nice fragrance. Again, if you can take a look at the hand, nice and shiny. Look at that, using that 30% oils right there. So here we go. Next one. Let's see. Next one, I believe this one is a combination. This one is called First Love. Okay. Now, this is a combination, I believe, if I read this correctly when I purchased this, Dolce & Gabbana The One mixed with YSL La Nuit de l'Homme, okay? Mm. Those two are pretty much, in my opinion, is 2 of the sexiest date night fragrances that you can think of, okay? And I'm assuming that's why he went with the title First Love, because they are both an amazing fragrance on their own.
Head out, you're gonna get some love.
So you put this together, DG The One, and then YSL La Nuit. Man, can't wait to smell this one out. So I'm assuming this is gonna be like nice, spicy cardamom, which I'm actually getting right off the back. I know The One actually has some tobacco in there as well. It's kind of smoky.
I'm undecided on that. Let's see.
I kind of am too. I'm definitely getting that spicy, a little bit sweet, kind of smoky. Almost has like maybe this little minty background, but I don't know. I'm going to have to give that one a little bit of time, okay? So that one, off of first initial blast, it's not a bad smell at all, okay? It's just something that I'm not too sure about just yet, okay? Especially when it comes to those two fragrances already on their own. They're just so good on their own. And obviously, you know, you're going to have more than one date night, hopefully. One sexy encounter, hopefully, with the wife. And you don't really need to wear both of them at the same time. Just one is good or the other.
Would you classify that as like a sexy fragrance, though?
Honestly, I would. I would wear this like in front of a nice fireplace, or even just going out to like maybe a nice relaxing lounge type place, one of those lounging places. I would wear this again. However, with that being said, my only issue is sometimes, you know, when people sometimes say bacon makes everything taste better, and my honest opinion, I think bacon tastes better on its own. That's just my personal opinion. I think these two fragrances are probably best on their own. Better off on their own. I mean, it smells good, but I don't think there's enough in this to say, oh my God, yes, they finally did it. Someone put the two together, and now this is what it is. I'm not getting that like from this fragrance at all. Again, with that being said, I don't hate it. I just don't love it. So it's kind of like an in-between right now. So with that being said, we'll definitely give that some time. Maybe, maybe wear it on an actual date night and see what kind of reaction the wife gets from it. Maybe if I get some nookie or not, it'll be all up to her. So with that being said, we got one more. I'm actually looking into it right now just so I can get to it. And this is one of their most popular fragrances in their lineup, and this is called Club 2.0. Now let me get to it real quick. Club King 2.0, okay? Now this one combines two of the best night out fragrances. So this is most likely going to be a nice club fragrance, I'm assuming, when they're talking about night out. So this one is a hybrid of Versace Eros and Ultra Male, okay? So, and adds the legendary BR 540, Baccarat 540. So you got three different fragrances in here to kind of blend well with each other. I don't know. There's, some people like to layer their fragrances, and now they're just mixing them. So let's see if this does the trick. I'm going to go over here. Got nothing going on over there. So Arrow should be like, it should be kind of like a nice powdery sweet fragrance. And the sweetness is actually coming off really nice and almost like this.
I really like
this really nice fresh fruitiness out of this fragrance, which I'm actually liking a lot.
I like this one a lot already.
The powderiness comes into, it's not like super duper powdery, but the sweetness, you get this freshness from, I'm assuming because Eros has that green apple in there, which will add a nice sweetness, a sweet freshness to it.
Definitely.
That Lamal should add that nice powdery, clubby vibe as well. I'm almost kind of getting like a dark chocolate. Almost, I'm not, like kind of like a creamy background too. Like if you smell like right here, it almost has like a, I don't know. It's definitely creamy and smooth, okay? Creamy, smooth. You got some freshness. You got some little bit of citrus.
Almost like
got a little powderiness as well. That one is definitely going to be a nice, club style fragrance right there, just because of its potency, that sweetness, that powderiness. It's the type of stuff that usually kind of gets a lot of attention. It kind of comes off sometimes obnoxious. You guys already know about that Eros and some of those clubbing fragrances. Some of them come off a little bit obnoxious, like someone's trying too hard. So with that one, I would probably watch the spray on that one, maybe 3 at the most.
That will cause me a lot of attention from me.
It probably would, yep. That's nice. I like that one. I'm definitely digging that one. I'm definitely digging the orange vanille. However, with that one just seems to be a more all-around, just pick me up, spray it, and go along about your day. That one, that Club 2.0, that would definitely be, if you want to get noticed, the loudness of it, the potency of it, the sweetness, that powderiness will definitely get you seen. That First Love, I'm going to smell it one more time. Again, it smells good in my opinion. However, I already have both of those fragrances, and when I'm using them, they're never at the point where I feel like I should layer the two in the first place. I just got this because I thought, like, man, let's see, maybe he did something real fantastic with it and just made it explode. Like, the smell is just so amazing. However, with that one, it's just okay in my opinion. But those two lady fragrances, those are nice. Let me smell them again real quick just to make sure they're... This one's starting to come off a little bit more fresh and green now after that initial, like, sweet fruitiness. They kind of both come off the same at the end. They kind of got this, like, although, in my humble opinion, I'm being honest, sir, don't bash me now, okay? This one right over here is actually starting to lose some luster already.
I wiped it under my neck.
Okay, so maybe her chinny chin chin is starting to smell a little bit better, but... Smell that one more time?
But I wiped this one too.
Okay, so this one definitely has a more freshness to it. A nice, fresh, almost green earthiness to it. This one kind of comes off creamy and almost kind of like more gourmandish, if that's, you know, your take on it.
They're
but,
still shiny.
Man, both still shiny. Her hands still look like she probably lotioned up a little while ago. That one is my favorite. Of all these fragrances that we smell today, that one was my favorite, and that was this Poisonous Seduction was my favorite. Followed probably by this next lady's, and then the three men's after that. Was that your favorite, like, out of all the fragrances that we smelled today, or just on the men's side of things, that was your favorite?
Just on the men's side.
Okay.
My favorite would be this one.
So we both agreed that the Poisonous Seduction overall was the best fragrance of all five of these, okay?
Yeah.
With that being said, now none of these women fragrances I don't think were unisex at all. These are definitely more for women, okay? The men fragrances, these all three, these were not unisex as well neither. These are just more for the man. So with that being said, we actually got what we wanted, our own fragrances. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Again, look, I never even heard of this company. You guys suggested it, and I went out there and delivered the video for you guys, okay? So you guys keep coming with some suggestions. I will definitely buy some stuff. As long as you ain't suggesting no $300 bottles of cologne, I'm not going to do that.
He'll be summoning me.
Because I will never buy nothing that expensive like that. It's, like I said, you guys seen all my other videos. I don't think it's worth it, especially if other places like this can do something just as good. There's no need, in my honest opinion. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you guys did, hit the likes, comment, and subscribe. Yeah!